Hello once again, readers of good books. My name is Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now, today I have a book which is another set of short story-esque things, and it is Brosh's Hyperbole and a Half. Now, you may have heard of this because it is an award-winning blog. Brosh is an award-winning bloggist. Last year, a friend of mine introduced me to her blog. I found it very hilarious. And so I saw the book and I decided I should pick this up because it's probably going to make me laugh. This is literally one of the funniest books that I've read in the last year. From just the opening pages of it, I was laughing out loud and just chuckling to myself, and it's very humorous, and the sarcastic and passive-aggressive way that Brosh tells her stories is something that is in touch with my sense of humor and the way I portray humor and find things to be humorous. And so I really enjoyed it for that respect. The book is made up of about 18 chapters. There are two sets of two-parters, one which talks about her time with depression, and there's another which talks about her struggles with identity and figuring out who she is as a person. And the thing which really appealed to me about these sets of stories is that a lot of the things that she talks about and describes when she actually talks about her adult life and about her inner thoughts and workings personally, it mimicked a lot of things that I've noticed about myself. And so it is really neat to see the things that I've thought expressed on paper by another person who's well-liked and renowned for something. So the stories differ between her as a child and writing about memories that she's had as a child, from going crazy over a cake to being lost in the woods with her mother and sister. And then we get a lot of tales of her as an adult and raising two dogs. And she introduces the dogs in the very beginning bits of the book itself, and then her time with her husband/fiance, and just the different shenanigans that she finds herself involved in. And it's really interesting just to dive into this person's life and see her express these things in both a really well done narrative and a humorous tone, so that it will appeal both to literary critics of sorts and then also to the average reader who just wants to see a good story and be amused by it. It's really something that's tough to do, and she does it beautifully. There's also a bunch of illustrations in this book. This is kind of what her blog is known for, is these illustrations that she makes and creates by herself to go along with what she is telling in her story. And those are probably the most comedic bits, because all the ways that she portrays herself are in this fashion. She uses this character model for instance, you can see it right here in one of them. She uses these types of characters and portrays a lot of the people that she talks about and creatures that she talks about in this cartoonish fashion and somewhat unrealistic fashion. And it's really, it helps to add the humor to the story itself. That's kind of all I can really say about it. It's really well done. The depression bit that she has written about, I don't remember where I read this, but I saw somewhere that it has been said to be one of the most insightful looks into depression that has been written down by the depressed person. And so that's really interesting that she is so willing to divulge that information to the general public when it's a very sensitive and personal issue from the get-go. Yeah, in terms of enjoyment, I obviously really enjoyed this thing. I ran through it in about a day and a half. It's easily something that you can just get through in one sitting because it just goes so quickly. It's about 330 pages or so, and you can just get through it so quick. And it's kind of rare that a book is able to do that and just sweep you up into it, and before you know it, you're done with it. So yeah, that's my review of Hyperbole and a Half. If you have not heard of this person's blog, go on Blogspot and search Hyperbole and a Half. She has all of her blog postings on there. They're all really well done. Also, go pick up this if you have any interest in it, and it's really well done, like I said. So yeah, that is my review of it. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. as a reminder, go buy my short story called The Bridge down in the description down here. There'll be a link down there for you to go and purchase it if you so choose. I'd appreciate that a lot. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on reading.
It's my life, it's now.